Hello, welcome to this slightly different change of scenery. This is my favorite wallpaper in the entire house, and trust me when I say I have nearly every room in this house wallpapered. I just love that it's kind of art nouveau style, and I have been contemplating whether or not to try and bring it into my studio, but we'll see. We don't have time, we don't have the money for that at the minute, so let's just crack on with this video. I am going to make a jacket, a slightly different jacket. So I've made wrap jackets, is that the only jacket I've made, a wrap jacket? I must have made some more jackets. Either way, so I've been inspired by the brand Celia B, and they have a jacket on there called the Zahrada coat. It's gorgeous. I'll put a picture right there, but it's gorgeous. It's like this pink velvet and it's been quilted. It's got a kind of like a 60s vibe to it, and honestly it is absolutely stunning. But I have the most perfect curtains from Dunelm for this project, and the price of this jacket is £268, which I don't have the money for. Also, it's not in my size anymore, so I take it as fate, and it's obviously the world telling me that I need to go ahead and make my own. So yeah, we're gonna spend a couple of days trying to source some materials and hopefully make this dream jacket. I need to get a plan together, so let's go ahead and start mapping out what kind of jacket coat thing I am going to make. Let's go. I need to finish this first. For this coat, I'm going to try and get the style of it as close to the Celia B one as possible, but instead of doing random quilted patterns, I'm actually going to try and quilt around each individual butterfly on the curtain. And then if I can find a nice faux fur in this mint green, that would be great. So I've only had like 25 minutes to go to Abercorn Fabrics and to another fabric shop which is opposite, and wasn't a successful trip. I couldn't find any of the right fur or faux fur trimming, and the wadding that I used to do my sample, they've now don't have that in stock, so not successful. I don't know what to do. I did manage to get the pattern and it is on sale. This is what I'm working with, so I guess tomorrow I might try another Abercorn Fabrics or maybe Hobbycraft. I'm not too sure yet. That was a much more successful trip this morning at Abercorn in Birkenhead, and I ended up asking for these two women their advice on what colour fur, fake fur, obviously. It was either going to be this pink or like this bluey grey. One of them said bluey grey and the other looked at me and went, I feel like you're a pink gal, and I was like, I am. So this is what I got. I only bought, so I wanted to get trimming originally because I can already see this is like falling apart a little bit, but they only had that kind of like scraggly fluffy stuff and I just could not. I bought enough of this to like fold it over, stitch it on the side, and that should work. I got 4 ounces, I got 2.5 meters of 4-ounce wadding, which I think is the closest to this because the other shop ran out. I also forgot, I bought some like magnetic poppers. I think these are too big and they're actually designed for bags, but it should work. But anyway, let's start making. I haven't done one of these patterns for so long and I completely forgot that you have to like cut it all out and do all that. Yay. Don't judge me, but I am gonna alter directly onto this rather than tracing. Don't judge me. In order to get the coat to look as close to the Celia B one as possible, I cut up towards the shoulder notch and then like fanned it out. That way it gave it a more swing coat style, which is what I wanted. I did this for the front and back pattern piece, and I also adjusted the sleeves so they were just a little bit more flared by adding about 4 centimeters on each side. Here's all the pieces that I need to quilt. It's quite a lot. This is probably going to take me all day. But it looks really cool so far. This feels like a jacket. Just needs to be quilted now. This is what we're trying to do. So I took a little chunk out, and then I just, with some like black thread, I just went around this butterfly and like on the little antennas there. So I'm going to do that for every butterfly that's on the quilting stuff. Yeah, but I love how this looks, and I'm hoping this isn't too dissimilar in weight to the one that I did here, like the one that I've got. So time will tell. The sound of this video being sped up is awful. Right, so that's one done and many more to go. I had to keep switching my machine during the day because the sun was beaming on me throughout different points of the day. So I literally like moved it like 4 times trying to get all of this quilting done. Oh, and don't you love it when your bobbin just runs out right in the middle of your day? I ended up getting loads done yesterday. However, I did have the back piece to quilt, and the back piece is the largest piece with the most butterflies and something I just dreaded doing, but it wasn't too bad. I just spent the entire morning quilting and just, yeah, getting it all finished. I did a quick loose stitch around each piece as well to make sure that when I go to cut them, they will be stitched down to the wadding. This is the final piece of the quilting puzzle. And just for my own amusement, I'm going to count how many butterflies I've stitched around. I'm going to guess close to 50. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 63? It feels like 63. Ow. My shoulder's killing me from like straining on the sewing machine. I was putting the jacket together like this, and then I thought I'll just like see how this looks with the green, and like I pinned it all, made it look all nice, and then Danny came in, and honestly I think both of us looked at each other at the same time and just went, I don't like it. I really don't like the pink. I agree. I agree with Danny. I think it looks quite, I feel like it cheapens it a little bit. And also it kind of distracts from like all the little butterflies. Oh, I mean, I'll use this for another project, but I don't think I've ever gone to a fabric shop 3 times for one project. So let's go to Abercorn.
2 hours later.
Right, so I have opted for this lovely dark navy blue, which really like shines in the light, and yeah, that's gonna work. I also bought some of these like coat poppers, which I think are gonna do really well, and yeah. And I also treated myself for all of this chaos. Oh, look at this. We are going to go ahead and cut around the pattern pieces, construct the jacket, try it on, and then make any amendments. Let's go. my god. Okay, the arms are far too long, and I think this is too high. Right, so I've just checked in the mirror and I've tucked it in how much I'm going to need to take off, because I still haven't added the fur trim, and this bit we're going to lob this off as well, because again this fur trim is going to be like this wide, so yeah. But this is going to be the warmest coat in the world, and I managed to add a little pocket as well, so it's a fully functioning number. But yeah, I need to sort out the sleeves, do the lining, and add this fur trim. That is so hot. This is just a gentle reminder to myself that I am never working with faux fur ever again. It is a blooming nightmare. Literally every cut, about half a kilogram of faux fur was just shredding everywhere. Like, no exaggeration. Look at my studio. Help me. I've clipped the entire edge, but I haven't stitched it yet because I don't know whether to not have the fur trim. I don't know whether to maybe just have the fur trim at the bottom. I don't know. I rewatched that footage just then so I can get like a good view of what the jacket looks like, and yes, we're keeping the fur trim. It needs the fur trim. It completes the look. Decided. Don't mind me, I am just procrastinating. I didn't chop the sleeves of the lining, so I need to attach that somehow. How? I'm trying to figure out how to... This is so snuggly. I've just like picked up one of my brooches and just attached it there. I still need to hand stitch the poppers on. But oh my god, I'm literally wearing a dreamy sofa.
You done?
Yeah.
Go on now.
Okay, so a little debrief of that lovely little project. So what went well? I absolutely loved doing this coat. I really loved the quilting. I like the fact that I got to introduce a new item in my wardrobe, which I would say is definitely more me rather than the pink. I feel like I'm leaning towards more regal colours, but with coral and lime green. They might even be regal, I don't know. So what would I like to improve on? I just wish I wasn't so lazy when it comes to sewing things for myself. Not so much the sewing part, but the altering part was, it was proper lazy. I should have maybe traced around the pattern, because now when I want to go use that pattern for another jacket, I'm going to have to basically cut up those bits of paper and then stick them together, and it's just a lot of faff that could be avoided if I was just a little less chaotic. So maybe the next project I will do things properly. I probably won't do things properly, but anyway, I really enjoyed doing this. If you did like it, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help. You have no idea. Yeah, and I will see you for my next chaotic project. Bye.